good.
Yes.
Nice. Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story. I'm in the suburbs of Medford, Oregon, and today I'm with Chris. Chris, your last name?
Lehuede.
We're going to have a special garage feature for you, and I'll put that in the description of this video. And we've got a special car today. Chris, what year, make, and model is this one?
So we got a 1970 Superbird, obviously 1 year only, 1970. The really neat thing about this car is that it's the last Superbird that got its wing and nose. Number 1920.
The last Superbird. Here we go. Let's take a look at the last one. So come right alongside me, Chris, and let's feature our Alpine White Superbird. So first question is, how long have you had it?
About 21, 22 years.
And when you found out this car was not advertised as the last one, what was the reaction when you found out that you had the last one?
Well, I was really, excited that nobody else knew about it and nobody else was paying any attention to it. It was just sitting in the back.
It was an auction.
It wasn't an auction.
Yeah.
And it was just sitting in the back. And even though it had a little note that said the last Superbird with a little history, but nobody was looking at it. It was late on the day. Most of the people had left already. So I only had one guy to battle it out with. And I won, obviously. So it was really exciting that nobody else paid attention to it.
Yeah, let's feature the bird. And if I catch that just right, you'll see that that's a reflector. I hope the camera is catching that reflective side. Let's go right to the side of it. Of course, the very unique nose on the car. Everybody is familiar with the fact that these were the NASCAR cars. And with the sun hitting it, it's just beautiful. We will show you the front first, and we will turn it around. Of course, you've got the almighty Plymouth, the all-important Road Runner holding the helmet, and just as important, that's right, the King, Richard Petty, signed it, and they put plastic over that so he can have that on the wing. So you can see these little pieces here. The back window's different for the Superbirds versus the Chargers. The Charger would have the window inset. You've also got the ventilation here. We've got the mirror, it has sport mirror, so it has them both. These fender vents as well, and the hood pins. Chris, can we open it up? Now, the thing I like about the cars that you have, even if this is the last one, it's not sitting in a museum, you drive them.
Cars are meant to be driven.
Exactly. And I know you started your Mopar career. The fun part about it is, when was your first Mopar you bought? How old were you?
I was 14 years old, and it's a 68 Dodge Charger, which is still with me after 45 years.
We're going to feature that one too.
Yeah, so that's the car that may not be the most valuable one, but definitely is the one that's got my heart.
Exactly. So this one, well, is pretty gosh darn cool. Now, just for clarity, there's your tag, which shows you all the details. And even if you don't have that, you've got that tag there showing that details. And with the sun beaming on our 446 barrel, that's pretty special. So we take our time. Of course, it's got the meep meep horn. We'll have to beep that. Can you beep that? Will it work, or does it have to be started?
No.
Okay. Nice. Let's fire this up, shall we? Let's let it idle. Just step on the brakes for a second. we'd turn it around. And there's no missing that big back wing. So we start off with the script Plymouth. Chris, you were sharing this as a 1-year only car. And why a Superbird? Why did you say, you know what, I think I just need a Superbird in my collection?
Well, I really wanted a wing card.
Mm-hmm.
And
can we open that? Well,
they're not that easy to find, especially good ones or one with stories. So as long as it's a Superbird or Daytona, I'm happy with it. As long as it's a wing card.
And let me just share, here's the build sheet on this car. This is obviously a copy of the one that was original. So I'll just do this so you can see it in the light. And the Chrysler registry, it's number 1920 on the list of 1920 VINs. Here's Galen Govier discussing that, the Superbird Daytona Auto Club. And that's your build sheet, but here's your actual real build sheet for this car. How cool is that? And that looks like, is that the original tire? It sure might be, I don't know. And there, and here. And just keep that open for just a second. Look how short that little deck opens. Just like that. You have your Road Runner here. And by the way, if I catch it right, that's also reflective, I believe. Okay. We'll close that. And may I open it? May I open it? Thank you. As we open here, we come to, let me do that. Trying to get out of the shadow. There we go. There's our build. The beautiful door. The Meep Meep horn. The buckets in the console. Your look out the back window, seeing the wing with Richard Petty. Your hood liner. $150 on the, no tack on this one.
No.
Tack delete. You know, it's interesting, they got a beautiful console, and then they decided to kind of take some of those other things out. You would almost think on the last one they'd kind of let it all hang out, you know what I mean? Right. Just let it go. But maybe they were out of tacks by then, who knows? That could have been the case. Is this the original miles?
Yes.
You know, the fun part about the Superbird is you knew it was something special. You know, you weren't getting a grocery getter. They were rare to see in 1970, and here we have this one. So, Chris, I think there's only one thing for us to do. I think we need to take this one for a ride.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, Chris and I are in the 1970 Plymouth Superbird. You know what I call the Superbird?
What?
Even muscle cars need a hero.
Yep, it definitely is it's a muscle cars man.
The Superbird and the Daytona are the muscle car of muscle cars, in my opinion. So congratulations for not just having one, but having two, and having the last one. So rare to see one back in 70, 71, and now the only time you see them is in a great collection, which tells you that you have a great collection. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And now that I've humbled you, let's take a look at our ride. Notice we've got those fenders. Look at this. Do you ever have a problem with the nose, like when you're driving it, like it's too far out there?
No, you just got to be aware of it. You
Okay.
know, this car is 19 feet long, and from where you can't see anymore, you still got 2 feet. So
Yeah.
as long as you know that, then
Okay.
you're pretty good.
So there is a little trick to driving it.
Yeah,
You got to be
remember that.
You got to kind of be aware of that. You know, hopefully one day I'll have enough subscribers that I'll have a Superbird or a Daytona. That's a goal. And the reason why I like them so much is they're completely impractical. There's absolutely no reason to have the big wing on the back makes no sense. The big nose on the front.
Nope, it makes all the sense once you start going over 80 though.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, they right at about 82 miles an hour, 82, 84.
What happens?
Is when you start actually feeling the car handle better. It gets smoother, it gets quieter, because the nose and the wing, they are real. They really do what they're supposed to do. So the faster you go, the more stable the car becomes. And these cars, back then in 1970, they actually did 224 miles an hour off the showroom floor.
Wow.
If you got the you-know-whats to do it.
Yeah. That's a pretty gutsy move for sure. Next mile and a half, nice twisties. This was obviously an oval car, but we're taking it on this wonderful little tour here. How good is this? Any special stories when you take it out to a car show?
Well, this one catches everybody's eye, young and old. The older people remember it when they came out, and everybody thought it was the ugliest thing, and what the heck was that? Kind of a toy car. But remember, they were built for NASCAR. They were only built to go fast. That's the only reason they were built for. And of course, the younger crowd now, they find it so unique and different that it catches their eye. And now people know what they are, how rare they are, and how unique they are, and that they are the real thing.
And they didn't sell.
Nope.
They didn't sell. They sat in the showrooms for a while because people were like, well, we can't get groceries in it. Didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep riding for just a bit. And I just want to say, as we wrap up this ride with you, Chris, thanks so much for being at my car store. What a treat.
You got it.
Thank you.